See you, by the way, chaos over in the Scottish Premiership as both Rangers and Celtic drop points this past weekend to open up a can of worms over in the top of the table. Who's in charge? Who is it? We'll take a little look next. Right, folks, back once again on the prediction video. Today we're looking forward to match day number 7 over the Scottish Premiership, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe and get your bang up to date with all things Scottish Premiership related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys, under one rooski. That's right, of course. Rangers dropped points this past weekend, as do Celtic, for their third defeat of the season, and sitting in mid-table. Wow, goodness gracious. Sometimes they're absolutely mental, and sometimes they're absolutely shite. So three defeats, 3 wins, mid-table at the moment, looking like they're already out of the woods. But take a look at that and more interesting. Of course, big shout out to my BRPs. I'm talking about Patreons. If you want to support the channel in another way, like my Patreon, check out the link down below, patreon.com/Roversy. So here we go, lads. Here we bloody go, bring you bang up to date with, of course, the recent round of matches. So let's get cracking. Of course, Aberdeen against St Johnstone. A lot of us, including me, did pretty shit. In fact, I should have a big old turd on the screen right here, right now, because I did absolutely ghastly. Aberdeen did lose to St Johnstone, of course. Big win for the Super Jays. 1-0 win for them. 2-0 win was my pick. Hibs could only muster a draw against St Mirren, but they remained second at the table. Livingston, though, did beat Celtic 1-0. Wow. With a 3-1 win myself. Rangers could only muster a draw against bloody Motherwell. Goodness gracious me, what's going on? And of course, Hearts and Midlothian could only pick up a 2-2 draw as well. I went with the 2-1 win. And of course, in the Dundee derby, of course, Dundee United picked up the win over Dundee. 1-0 win to go 5th. Oh my days. As you can see, got none there. Absolutely zero, not even close. Absolutely horrific. This is what the table looks like at the moment. Rangers leading the charge, 13 points, possible 18. Hibs are in second though, not too far away either, on 12 points, and then Hearts, Motherwell and Dundee make up the top 5. Celtic are in 6th. Of course, if they drop down one spot and the season was to go to that split, they'd be in the bottom half. Absolutely bedlam. Dundee are struggling though with just 3 draws so far this season. It is still early days, but it is not looking good at the moment for Celtic. Let's take a look at the prediction league. Oh, look at that. We've got two-way tie here. I don't know what's going on up there, but anyway, it is. Wow, look at that mess. What a bag of bones. Anyway, Yannick Bustler and even Ivan Stringer, Ultra Omer, also got himself 2 as well, to do very well for themselves this week. Of course, a couple of us, including Winky, get in there, my lord. Lad Shepherd also, well done to you. Got 0, just like me. Pretty shit show at the moment. Let's take a look at the overall leader then over in Scottish Premiership. Who is it? It is Alex Weller, kicking ass and taking names. Well done to you. 21 points on the board. I did do a bit of a clean up this weekend, so I do believe I got rid of most doubles in this. I'm having a quick scan just in case I missed anybody. But that's the situation at the moment. Of course, looking very good at the top of the table with Shepherd not too far away either. Tom Stain and Feather 77 making it a very tight league at the top of the table. But of course, we're all going to get going into the next round of matches, and of course, we are approaching the next predictor of the month. Who's going to be the predictor of the month? We'll of course look forward to that next week. But of course, before all that, let's get into this one. Use the code CUTLY4/Scott. Here it is. So here we go. Another 6 matches coming at you. Of course, kicking it all off with Celtic up against Dundee United. Now, this match will take place on Sunday, the 26th of September. Now, these two sides have played each other, according to my brain, 88 times since 1994. 66 wins for Celtic, just 5 wins for Dundee United and 17 draws. The biggest win for Celtic, 5-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 2-1 win. Of course, heading into this one, Celtic just 1 win in 5 for them. Absolutely crazy form. As for Dundee United, just 1 defeat past 6, looking very good. 75% form for Dundee United. Of course, last time played each other in Celtic, over in Celtic Park, was a 3-0 win for Celtic back in December 2020. Of course, they've unbeaten in a long stretch against Dundee United. In fact, back-to-back clean sheets. So 3 clean sheets on the bounce Celtic have over Dundee United. Of course, they come to the back of that loss against Livingston. 1-2 defeats on the bounce, of course, losing to Real Betis in the Europa League as well. As Dundee United, they did come into this on the back of that win against Dundee. Of course, we'll be looking to keep it going on this one. Next, have a look at the odds. We have Celtic 92-1 for the victory, 11-2 is your draw, 91 is your long shots. That's Dundee United on this. Going to go with a win for Celtic. Of course, I am to take it to the house. Going to have a drink of my coffee here, boys. I'm gasping. Viva la Rocca. Let's get on to it then. Of course, Dundee will take on Rangers. Of course, both Celtic sides, both Celtic sides, both Glasgow sides take on both Dundee sides this weekend. So let's get into this one then, shall we? Of course, over in Dundee. This one's on Saturday, September the 25th. Played each other 38 times since 1998. Just 4 wins for Dundee, 28 wins for Rangers over at Dens Park. Of course, the biggest win for Dundee, 2-0 win. The biggest win in the way was a 7-1 win. Last time played over in Dundee was a 1-1 draw for everybody. Of course, back in December 2018, that was in the Premiership. Of course, Dundee coming to the back of that loss against Dundee United. Of course, Rangers coming to this on the back of that draw against Motherwell. Of course, 10-7. Let's have a look at the odds on this one. 11-1 on. 11-1. 11-1 is your Dundee. 92 is George. 4-1 on is your Rangers. Rangers are red hot favourites on this one. They've got to bounce back on this one. And of course, I see them winning it 2-1 in the end. just to highlight this, actually, just take a look at the second and third place teams in this division here. Hibs and Hearts, both unbeaten at the moment. Unbeaten, that's right. Goodness gracious me. Let's kick it on forward though. Take a look at Hearts, of course, taking on Livingston this weekend, playing on each other on Saturday, 25th of September at Tynecastle. Played each other 31 times since 2001. 16 wins for Hearts, 7 wins for Livingston, and 8 draws. The biggest win for Hearts, of course, 5-0 win. The Livingston, they were also a 5-0 win. Hearts just won defeated past 6 games. Meanwhile, Livingston just 1 win in 4 for them. Of course, that 1 win was against Celtic. Meanwhile, Hearts came into the back of that draw against Ross County. Last time I played each other in Hearts, was a 1-1 draw back in December 2019. It's been a while, a little bit. Anyway, of course, heading into this one, we have odds of 7-4 on is your Hearts, 30-5 is your 11-2 is your Livingston on this one. Can they go on an unbeaten run like they did last season? Of course, I don't think it's going to happen now, though. 2-0 win for Hearts on this one. Next, of course, we have Hibs. They're going to be taking on Super Jays. That's right, Super Jays at Easter Bloody Road. Of course, these two sides played each other 48 times since 1997. 15 wins for Hibs, 19 wins for St Johnstone. Of course, 14 draws. The biggest win for Hibs, 4-0 win. The biggest win in the way was a 5-1 win. Hibs coming to this unbeaten the last 4 games, of course. St Johnstone coming to this just 1 win in 6. Of course, big win as well, though. Of course, last round they did beat Aberdeen on the road on this one. Of course, heading into this last time, Easter Road was a 1-0 win for Super Jays. They've actually won 1, 2, 3, 4 in the bounce. A bit of a bogey side, of course. Actually got 4 clean sheets to boot in the last 4 games heading into this. Of course, what are we looking at here? Of course, Hibs unbeaten in the last 5 games. Of course, St Johnstone just a 1 win. Of course, last time around it is a 1-0 win for St Johnstone in the Premiership Championship round. Of course, last time around. Of course, heading into this one, we have a look at the odds on this one. What do we have on this? We have 65 on is your Hibs, 16-5 is your St Johnstone, 35 is your draw. I think I might have gone with the draw on this one. Nope, gone with a big win. Gone with a big win. Go, believe in the project, believe in the Hibs. 3-1 win in the end. Kicking on forward to the final 2. It is Motherwell. It is Ross County. Let's get into this one then, shall we? Of course, locking horns over at Fir Park. Played 32 times in 2012. 16 wins for Motherwell, 10 for Ross County, and 6 draws. The biggest win for Motherwell, 4-0 win. The biggest win in the way is a 3-0 win. Of course, Motherwell coming to just 1 defeat the past 6 for them, 67% form. Meanwhile, Ross County with that and winning 6, absolutely ropey kind of form at the moment. Of course, heading into this one, last time I played at Fir Park was a 2-1 win for Ross County. That was back in May 2021. Yeah, of course, heading into this one, Ross County did draw with Hearts. Motherwell coming to us on the back of that draw against the Rangers. Of course, look at the odds on this one. We have 10-7 on is your Motherwell, 11-4 is draw, 54 is your away win. That is Ross County. They are your massively underdogs. Motherwell are your favourites, going to go with a 1-0 win for Motherwell on this one. And then finally is St Mirren up against Aberdeen. That's right, over in St Mirren, aka St Mirren Park. Played 51 times since 2000. 10 wins for St Mirren, 25 wins for Aberdeen, 16 draws. The biggest win for St Mirren, 10 goal thriller, 6-4 in the end. Meanwhile, Aberdeen coming to this 4-0 win in the end. Of course, coming into St Mirren, picking up 3 draws on the bounce. Meanwhile, Aberdeen picking up 3, I didn't know, without a win in 6. Of course, last time I played each other over end St Mirren was a 1-1 draw back in December 2020. Looking at this one, of course, St Mirren coming in on the back of that draw against Hibs. Aberdeen coming in on the back of that loss against St Johnstone. Of course, 65 on. Sorry, scrap that. 2-1 is your St Mirren, 29-20 is your Aberdeen, 11-5 is your draw. Going to go with a draw on this one, 1-1 in the end. Point split right down the middle. Aberdeen having a bit of a rough patch right here, right now. That's my picks. Be sure to get your picks in, of course, using the code down there, Cutley/Scott. And that is all I have for you today. Be sure to give the video some love, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check your links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Google's Patreon as well. But until then, give us some love. Until then, I'll see you soon. Until then, we are done.